Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We're coming to you live from the Alachua County Agriculture and Equestrian Center in Newberry, Florida. This is the event that hundreds of young men and women look forward to every year. Young people, members of their 4-H clubs and school FFA chapters, they've put a lot of time and effort into getting their animals and themselves ready for this show. Whether you are a proud parent or grandparent of one of these kids, maybe an aunt, uncle, friend, or family member, we're so glad you joined us online today. We're bringing you 2 live streams today. At 6 p.m., join us for our steer events, starting with the Steer Bred and Owned Show, followed by the Steer Show and Beef Showmanship. But right now, we've got the goats. Starting with the Market Goat Show, followed immediately by the Breeding Goats, then we'll finish out our afternoon live streams with Goat Showmanship. For this year's Youth Fair, we have a really special fundraiser. How would you like to have this Delta 12-foot livestock trailer hitched to your truck next week? What's that? You don't need a trailer? Then instead, how about the Star EV golf cart for cruising around your property, around the neighborhood, or around the golf course? Thanks to the generous folks over at Texas Trailers, $20 buys you a chance to win in a drawing to be held at the end of the show. If you win, you get to pick your prize, the trailer or the golf cart. All proceeds go to the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. To see the rules or purchase a ticket online, go to ACYFLS.com. Scroll down the page until you see a picture of the trailer and golf cart. Click the link and purchase your tickets right there. Good luck! And remember, Texas Trailers, when you need a trailer, a golf cart, or a trailer to haul your golf cart, there's a Texas Trailer to meet every need. Visit them on North Highway 441, that's Northwest 13th Street in Gainesville, and when you do, please tell them thank you for sponsorship of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. Now, let's take you to the arena, where the judge and the show team are getting ready, the goats are getting lined up, and we'll be underway shortly. As a reminder, we don't talk over the show on this live stream. You'll see the sights and hear the sounds as if you were sitting here with us at the arena. Enjoy the show.
Good afternoon, goat enthusiasts. Woo! We are so excited to kick off the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show with our Market Goat Show today. In the ring, we have our judge. I know. Kyle Mendez. Kyle grew up in Modesto, California, raising swine, cattle, sheep, and chickens on his family farm. He was highly involved with the collegiate meat and livestock judging throughout his time at Modesto Junior College and Fresno State University, where he received a bachelor's degree in agricultural education. He then moved to the beautiful state of Florida, where he got a master's degree in meat science. Currently, Kyle resides in Lake Butler, Florida with his wife, Kendall, and children, Henry and Olivia. He is a lecturer in the Animal Sciences Department at the University of Florida, where he specializes in processed meats and teaches the small ruminant production course. Kyle also owns and operates CK2 Show Pigs, a 50-head show pig operation with his wife, Kendall, and Clayton. An additional note, Kyle had a minor role in the feature film McFarland, so you'll have to ask him about that sometime. Fans right there. Tonight this afternoon we have 2 of our county fair ambassadors helping us in the ring. Miss Savannah. Hello.
If you will please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, You can be seated now.
We will get started. Maybe. I can't figure out how. Work. Does this work? Does this work? Now you can hear me. I'm going to stand really still, and maybe it will keep working. Class 1 breeding goats, Mia Marin, Adeline Ruiz, Isabella Mayo, Judson Buki, and Autumn Cook.
Excited to be here. I've had the opportunity to sort this show. I think this might be the third time in the last 6 years. So I'm excited every time to come back because the exhibitors are excellent to work with. Coming from, as I mentioned before, coming out here, I guess 10, 11 years ago from California, the best thing I've experienced since moving to Florida has been the people. It's what's kept me here. I really, really enjoy the community that we have here in the Sunshine State. So it's awesome to be a part of it, and it's awesome to grab the mic and be able to work with really good young people that care about agriculture and are excited to be part of the future. So if you would, give them a big round of applause as we start this show here. It's going to not overwhelming in number, but definitely going to be quality all the way through, just like I remember. And we start out with some very tough decisions here, just in terms of the basics: getting feet and legs square, being set up, being cool, calm, and collected, putting in work with your partner to walk into that stance, walk into that, always being on the right side, having ring presence, and knowing exactly where you need to be here. I think there's one exhibitor that combines all the things. I have to make the least amount of excuses for. I think we have 5 tremendously good showmen here, but no doubt in my mind throughout the entire show here, in the 5 minutes they've been in here, who was going to be my winner here. If you would, help me to congratulate the exhibitor directly in front of me. You'll be my grand champion in this class here. The decision gets close between the remaining, though. Because they all come in and they all do things that are excellent. I'm going to describe the other 4 showmen, and I'm going to tell you what I think they all do well and where I'd like to see them all tweak just a little bit here. Our showman over here to the far right there, your intensity and your style there, I think that you have, you can tell that you're passionate and you want to be here. When Check. When asked to lead, that goat just doesn't quite want to go for you. It really hinders your ability to have that same presence and look that some of the other showmen have out here. If I'm going to be complimentary there, when you get that goat set up, it doesn't hold that stance and hold its leg position relatively well. It just takes us a long time to get there. Over here is one that's fidgety here. I love your style. I love your intensity. That's right up my alley. I love my showmen. I don't care what species they are to be intense. I want them to show me that they want to be in this ring and there's nowhere else they want to be. This goat wants to fidget and move, and it's really making it difficult for you to show what a talented showman you are there. When that one does cooperate, you do an excellent job, but it doesn't want to lead quite as well, and then it wants to fidget in line as much as any here. The exhibitor over here, I thought you did a very good job of just being cool, calm, and collected. You might have to set the legs just a little too much where you touch all 4 legs rather than just, hey, get these front 2, kind of walk into it, and then maybe set 1, maybe 2 legs there. It kind of distracts because you're always setting legs there. Now we hold our stance pretty good in the right spot there. But for this show, Judge, just kind of walk into that, but just a little bit more there. Our exhibitor over here, cool, calm, and collected. Probably the least of the 4 showmen here of what I would call my style, because you're just so laid back and cool, calm, and collected here. At the same time, it reflects in the way that you go there. I think it's because let's try this one. That's better. You're cool, calm, and collected. I never really see that goat in the wrong spot. You had your feet and legs set up the most. Compared to the exhibitor that maybe wins, I want to dial up the intensity a little bit and maybe just be a little quicker to get to where we're at a perfect standstill and we're in the perfect pose there with our goat. But still, nonetheless, I think it's tremendously close. But guess what? You're still my second favorite. You're going to be my reserve champion here. It gets tremendously close for 3rd through 5th here. I like the style of these 2 showmen. Their goats aren't quite cooperating. I like our showman here being cool, calm, and collected. I'll talk here now and flip the script a little bit. In 5th place is going to be the showman here in the blue jacket. I love your style. I wish that goat would cooperate. I honestly think you're as good a showman as these 2. That goat's just not working for you today. It gets close 3rd and 4th here for me. For me, the difference is there's one goat that cooperated a little more, and that's going to be the difference. You're my third place showman. You'll be my fourth place showman. Please congratulate all these showmen on an awesome job. Great job. Congratulations. Great job. Great job. Yeah, they were all blue ribbons. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Give him the banner. The senior breeding. So that was reserved. She got third.
Results from Class 1 seniors in breeding goat showmanship. In 5th place, Adeline Ruiz. In 4th place, Judson Butkey. In 3rd place, Isabella Mayo. 2nd place, Autumn Cook. And your champion senior breeding goat showman was Mia Marin. Next up will be intermediate breeding goat showmanship with Austin Davida and Adley Butkey. As they are coming in the ring, I would invite you to look at your program, and toward the back of the program, you will find a QR code where you can purchase a chance to win your choice of a brand new golf cart or a 12-foot livestock trailer. So be sure and get your tickets. You won't want to miss that.
We get here into our next decision here, and just two tremendously good. And as I just study on them here, I can go tit for tat between them here. Initially, young exhibitor over here's goat kind of had a poor attitude here. We kind of switched the flipped the script and had this one lead, and it kind of gave our exhibitor a little bit more fits here. I think it's tremendously close between the two exhibitors. I think they're similar in their style. I think both of them probably just settle in just a little more ring time would behoove them as they get better and get more comfortable out here. We're excited, we're amped up. It's the first time in the ring of the county fair. We're kicking off, and they just probably got in here and they're ready to roll. I sort through these here is because I think they're both maybe just a little quick to go and try and pivot to the other side. I like to see both of them a little more cool, calm, and collected here between the pair. I think both of them, when I step into that front view, you guys both want to kind of stand a little wide, and you're almost anticipating me to come around the other side. That's great. Have some anticipation in your head, but kind of step off. Really present that goat rather than, kind of being, you're kind of looking like you're athletic, like you're about ready to wrestle me there. We want to make sure we just kind of get ourselves a little more cool, calm, and collected there. I like the subtle differences that I see here. I like our showman, the way we manipulate the head and nose carriage here just a little more. Our exhibitor over here at times maybe wants to get just a little more forward and down in our head placement there. I think it's tremendously close between the pair. I think you could go either way, depending if you prefer a showman who maybe they're cooperated a little longer in this arena versus maybe one that's there's been a little more, the showman itself's been maybe a little more jittery, I think, between the pair. For me, the one I feel more comfortable with, that I felt like hit me just a little harder here in terms of where they're setting feet and legs, their own style and poise here, and when they first came in the ring, I feel more comfortable with the exhibitor over here to my right. You're going to go ahead and be my champion. You're going to be my reserve champion. Help congratulate both those exhibitors. Awesome job.
And the results of our intermediate breeding goat showmanship: reserve champion Austin Davila and champion Adley Butkey. We will be doing all Market Goat backdrop photos at the end of the Market Goat show, so be sure and stick around for that if you are an exhibitor or a parent wanting to make sure you get those photos. Next up will be our junior breeding goat showmanship participant, Meredith Kuhn.
We got single entry in here, and these are classes that I really enjoy because I get the opportunity to make sure I get 100% on the test here. I asked the exhibitor if she thought she could beat the competition. She said, maybe. I said, well, they kind of look like they might have ghosted you here. And she said, well, I'm the only one here. I said, well, guess what? That's a fact of life. When you're the only one, you show up, you put in work. That's what she absolutely did here. Give her a big round of applause. Awesome job. I will give you some tips and pointers here. Make sure when we get some more competition here, we want to really make sure that goat's at a perpendicular to me. So see how you're kind of at an angle? There you go, that's good. The feet and legs were in a good spot there. When the judge tells you to stop, you can take a step or two more to make sure you kind of walk into where you want to be. You don't have to just stop right there unless you're going to crash into somebody in front of you or something there. But I thought she did an awesome job. She shared with me that her goat's name is Pickles, which I think is an awesome name for a goat as well. So help congratulate our grand champion, our goat Pickles, here on winning this drive. Awesome job. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our junior breeding goat showmanship champion, Meredith Kuhn. And Pickles. Now we will move into market goat showmanship. Class 1 seniors, Mia Marin and Judson Butkey. As they're coming in the ring, join me in thanking our platinum sponsors, Life South Community Blood Centers, Texas Trailers, Edward Jones, Mitchell's Specialty Meats and Bakery, Watson C&D, Circle H Ag Sales, Florida Farm Bureau, Alachua County, Crazy Dogs Event Live Streaming, Clay Electric Cooperative, United Rentals, and GRE Signs. If you are someone who has not been to a livestock show before, these showmanship classes give our judge the opportunity to evaluate our exhibitors on how well they exhibit the animal. After these showmanship classes, we will move into evaluating the animals themselves. So this is about how well the youth is prepared to exhibit the animals.
very close decision here, and I'll tell you, there's subtle differences, and I know we've already judged them, and we might have placed them a little differently, but a lot of what had to do with the decision earlier was the cooperation of their partner, and I think both their partners are cooperating about on an equal playing field here, so it becomes a much closer decision for me here. And I'll just kind of break down a few things that I saw that I enjoyed, and maybe a spot or two that I'd really like to see you guys maybe improve upon here. Our showman here in the green jacket, I loved your just your cool, calm, and collected. You can tell you've worked with this animal. You know exactly what's going to work with them. You kind of have that push button. One of the things, whether you're showing any small ruminant, sheep or goat there, and you go into a brace, we all kind of have a preferred style of how we want to set the back legs, whether we're going to reach back, set them with our hand, we're going to try and bump them with our leg a little bit or do whatever. There's no set way that you have to do it this way as long as the legs are set in the right position there. So I kind of saw our exhibitors, maybe they have different styles of how they like to set their legs just a little bit, and because of that, that was one reason that I wanted to switch to see how they'd kind of handle maybe a goat that wasn't trained by them in terms of that, where they have there. My biggest criticism of our exhibitor here in the green jacket, when asked to lead, you kind of let that head get just a little lazy on me. I want to see that one just a little prouder. I want to see you get that goat going just a little bit more and kind of walk that one in with some pride. That's definitely where the advantage goes to the exhibitor there in the white shirt. On the lead, you pull that head up, you collect that goat, and it absolutely makes it look like 100% there. That one does want to fidget more on you just a little bit there. And I think that takes away from the fact of, always being able to maintain that look, maintain that brace, and just that kind of perfect silhouette that we demand here in terms of these small ruminants to look like here. At the same time, when we kind of switch goats there, I felt like maybe initially you were doing a better job, then kind of struggled a little more the longer we kind of did that here. Similar story here. The longer we were in the brace, the more that one wanted to fidget just a little bit more. I think it is tremendously close. If you want to switch them, I wouldn't argue, but I still favor the exhibitor in the green jacket. You're going to be my champion. You're going to be my reserve champion. Congratulations, guys. Great job.
Congratulations to our reserve champion senior market goat showman, Judson Butkey, and our champion, Mia Marin. Next up, intermediate market goat showmanship, Adley Butkey and Austin DeVita. They are coming in the ring. I want to remind you that tonight you could stick around and come to our beef show. That will be a good time. And I want to thank all of the parents, volunteers, teachers, 4-H agents that help prepare these young people to exhibit their animals. So thank you.
As I said before, we may have seen these showmen before, but these are new animals and a different story here today. And you come in here, and I'll be honest, the two things that I've learned when you grab a microphone is I listen to what my mama told me, and it's don't lie, don't try and hype things up that aren't there. I thought it was tremendously close in the previous round. I think here there's a showman that's been more spot on. Feet and legs are in the right spot. I think when asked to lead, this goat cooperates better here. When they came in, the one was acting bad. I gave the opportunity to kind of switch and see if maybe it was just being a little bit of a knothead because it was in front of the line. The other one handled it fine. I don't think it's particularly close. I thought it was very, very close in the breeding show. I don't think it's particularly close here, and that's take nothing away from the talent. I think, again, similar story to the breeding goats here, that it's just the exhibitor working with that individual animal, and there's one animal that wants to cooperate and be a show goat today, and maybe one that's just not wanting to absolutely drive for it. Because of it, it makes my job a little easier. Grand champions, this exhibitor over here. Congratulate them. Reserve champion right here. Great job.
Congratulations to our intermediate market goat showman. In reserve champion was Adley Butke, and our champion, Austin Davila. Now we will welcome our junior market goat showman, Danielle Butts, Taylor Hood, and Haddon Butke. Youth as young as 8 by September 1 can show as juniors at the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. And this particular class ranges in age from 8 to 10 by September 1st of 2025. So these young people are getting a very early start in handling their market animals. Additionally, we have Cloverbud exhibitors that will be exhibiting rabbits and chickens this weekend. And so we hope you'll join us to support those exhibitors 5 through 7 as well.
All right, we definitely get into the funds that starting to get real fun here, and the future looks bright. We got showmen that are excited to be here. I asked them what they were they're gonna eat some good food at the fair. My exhibitor over here said she wasn't gonna get a corn dog, so I don't know if we can hang out afterwards, because I definitely am. My exhibitor over here told me he's already been there, done that. He's got it scoped out, and he knows exactly where to go here. That being said, they're in here giving their best effort with a lot of this. They have livestock in here that weigh as much or probably more than them, maybe twice as much as some of them in here. So it's tremendous that they're able to learn these life lessons, these hard skills of working with livestock too. All too often when I'm working at the university, I can't tell you, we have full-grown vet students that come through sometimes that don't have the ability that these young kids have right here to handle livestock and to be around and be comfortable with it and be able to get the best out of them there. So that's tremendous. If you would, give these three exhibitors a big round of applause here for their efforts. Now that being said, there's one that's got a partner that's cooperating a little bit better here. They've done an awesome job. Feet and legs have been in the right spot. This is the one that led the best as well. I think it becomes quite logical for me. Not only do I think that the best showman here, I think it's maybe got the best taste in food too. We can go get a corn dog later and hang out. I think this showman over here did an awesome job. Congratulations. You're going to be my champion. My remaining show, I think it's tit for tat over here. Both maybe have just a little bit of more of a control problem there. There's one that demonstrated a little more control, especially in the brace. That's the one with the more traditional colored one here in the center. You're going to be my reserve champion. Congratulate that exhibitor, and you will be my third overall. Congratulations. Awesome job. Give all three a big round of applause as they exit here and we continue with the show.
Congratulations to our junior market goat showman. In third place, Taylor Hood. Second place, Danielle Butts. And our champion junior market goat showman, Haddon Butkey. Now we will move into breeding classes. Our first class will be prospects less than 6 months of age. That would be the goat, not the youth. And our showman for that class will be Austin Davila, Mia Marin, and another goat of Mia Marin's. This class, our exhibitors do outweigh the goats. All of our exhibitors have completed record books. Many of them have given speeches. They have done a lot of work leading up to the fair, learned a lot of valuable skills that they will carry with them as they go on to further education, into the workforce, or whatever they plan to do next.
Our friend and MC extraordinaire, Kathy Carr, said this is the size of goat that makes you want to get a goat, and I couldn't agree with them more, because they are just adorable here. If you would, give them a big round of applause for these adorable goats that they brought us here. Now, that being said, it's my job to break down these goats' self-confidence and tell them why they're not quite as pretty here. But I'll tell you, I think they all have a tremendous amount of quality here. I think there's trade-offs between them here. I'll break down each of them and maybe a spot or two I'd like to fix and then just kind of describe them here. The predominantly red one on the front side of the lineup. That one's a long, thin, feminine-necked one there that's got a beautiful silhouette from the side. At times right now, that one wants to get it a little easier in its top line, wants to get a little smaller in its bone work here, but that's being critical of one that's got just a ton of mass and power on its top side of its skeleton. It's busted open in its chest. It's longer about its rump than some of these, even though it may be a little rounder in terms of its rump. Actually longer there in terms of its rump structure there, and I think that one offers a tremendous bit of quality, especially through its front 1/3. The second one in the lineup here is a stoutie that's big-legged, dense, and burly here. That one I think has a tremendous future there. And again, we're just kind of reading into a crystal ball here. And then its sister over here, I think mimics that one in terms of type and style, being extra stout and bold there, having a shot more muscle. I project those ones being the stouter ones in the show as it progresses here. For this particular show, Judge, on this day, I feel the most confident with the one I have to read the least amount into here. I like him in the order that I see him here. The red goat over here will be first. I'll follow with second and third over here. If you would, give all three of these a big round of applause as they exit. Very nice, first class. Great job. Great job.
A little bit of judge trivia for you. I was recently reminded that our judge is also a donkey basketball champion. Congratulations to our prospect class. First place, Austin Davila. Second place, Mia Marin. And third place, Mia Marin. Next up, junior does, 6 months to 1 year of age. This class includes Adeline Ruiz, Isabella Mayo, Judson Butkey, Meredith Kuhn, Autumn Cook, Adley Butkey, Austin Davila. Let's give these exhibitors a big round of applause.
We get here and I have deeper class and we had to sort some off to kind of get my head straight here. At the same time, I think anyone around the ringside here can put together the quality that's out here. There's 3 tremendously good ones here, out here, and I think that just sorting through them though, there's one that's built like an absolute tank. It still looks feminine. It's still refined. I like that one in the center a good deal. That one's going to win this class rather handily for me. Congratulations. Go ahead and lead them out. That's one that I absolutely love in terms of its silhouette from the side. I don't care if you build heifers like that or goats like that. I think that's the way they need to come here. My decision here in second gets particularly close here. The Stouty over here with the redhead Stouty, that one is one I love in terms of just its absolute mass, power, and thickness here. I think there's one that's a little longer necked, a little more feminine, a little more refined there. I think it's particularly close here. For me, when I just break them down and study them here and ask which one puts together probably the most good here throughout this whole deal, and hitting at the same time, I don't know if it's the one that hits me the hardest initially as well. I think that's where the problem comes. If you ask yourself which one hit me the hardest right out of the gate, there's probably one that's a nickel stouter, a little more tricked out, that follows in type and kind. There's another one in here that's probably just cool through the drive and maintains its look just a nickel better. For me, I go back to the one that just hit me a little bit harder right out the gate, the ones that I thought were just a nickel stouter, following type and cut better with our class winner. That's the exhibitor over here. You're going to be second, and tremendous. That's going to be third. If you would, give that exhibitor a big round of applause here. Awesome job. We turn here to the remaining 4 in the class, and there's quality all the way through here. Very difficult decision here between 4th and 5th, because 4th here has got a really good silhouette from the side. That one's feminine and refined about its head and neck, but typical of that kind. It's frailer, it's narrower, it's lighter muscled. I need more bone, I need more stoutness, I need more muscle here. The one that's going to be in 5th does offer that advantage in muscle and power here, but that one comes in too many pieces for me here. I need to admit that one to be elevated in its chest floor, tie its neck higher, and be longer and leveler about its rump structure there. Tremendously good ones here that are presented to a T. Give those 2 exhibitors a big round of applause as they exit here. Do an awesome, awesome job. 6 and 7 here. I like this one that's in 6 in terms of stoutness, power, body, and rib. This one comes in too many pieces. It's too deep in its chest. It's too open in terms of its shoulder there, meaning that it just kind of looks like it's a little rolled forward here. I want to be a little more pretty, a little more elegant in terms of this set. If we do that, then that's when we can move up the line here. When we round out the class here, is a tremendously good prospect in terms of just covering the basics here. We just need more mass, thickness, muscle, and power to get that one up any higher. If you would, give these 2 remaining exhibitors, as well as all 7, a big round of applause as they exit. Awesome job. Great job. Great job.
Let's congratulate all of our exhibitors from Class 2 breeding animals. We have in 7th place, Meredith Kuhn. 6th place, Isabella Mayo. 5th place, Adley Butke. 4th place, Judson Butke. 3rd place, Adeline Ruiz. 2nd place, Austin Davila. And 1st place, Autumn Cook. Now we'll welcome Class 3 Junior does 13 months to 2 years. Our exhibitors in this class are Judson Butke and Austin Davila. As they're coming in the ring, I do want to call your attention to all of our sponsors listed in the back of the booklet. As you make decisions about where to spend your money, I would encourage you to support our sponsors, both sponsors overall, as well as the companies and organizations that support our youth premiums and add-ons. So take a look at that. Next time you need a medical, pest control services, loan, advice.
tremendously good pair in here, and I think they offer diverging quality advantages here. The one to the right side of the lineup has got a longer neck that's thinner and more refined and feminine there. I think that one's more fresh in terms of it and appropriate in terms of its condition here. Time, that one's smoother about where it lays its shoulder into its body there. Everything blends and balances on that one pretty appropriately. The red one here is absolutely thick and massive here. At the same time, that one's wanting to get out here and labor a little more, because I think that one's pushing just a nickel more condition here for this show judge here. For me, the one that I feel more comfortable with is the one that's fresher in its kind, that's more appropriate in its type and kind. I like the exhibitor over here. You're going to be first in this class, if you would. Congratulate them. You'll be second. Great job.
Congratulations to our junior does, 13 months to 2 years class. First place, Judson Buki. Second place, Austin Davila. Next up, senior does under 5 years of age. Our exhibitor in this class is Mia Marin. Just kidding, they are greater than 5 years of age. My mistake.
Only one in the class here, and I think tremendously good prospect here in terms of the show goat. To this one to be this agey here at the same time, still looks feminine and refined here. That one's one that I think still fits some mold here. There's number 2. Does a tremendously good job exhibiting there, just breaking this one down. It's long necked, it's feminine, it balances, everything fits together. Its rib cage fits right into it here. It's got muscle and still got power. This one looks very good for its age here. If you would, please congratulate this class winner on a very nice single entry. We'll see where it stacks up in the champion drive.
Congratulations to Mia Marin. Now we will welcome back both first and second place from each of our breeding classes. Exhibitors include Austin Davila, Mia Marin, Autumn Cook, Austin Davila, Judson Buki, Austin Davila, and Mia Marin. While they are entering the ring, be sure and get your chance to win a trailer or a golf cart. I have bought my tickets. Have you bought yours? That goat has.
Very fun show to work through today, and I know we still got market goats, not overwhelming maybe in terms of numbers in those market goats, but I'm looking forward to it very much so here. Showmanship was awesome. The show's been a lot of fun here. For those of you that came here for some wonderful grand drive speech, I don't know that I have that much in my 33 years on God's green earth here to tell you other than keep your priorities straight. You guys are already doing the right things here. You're spending time with your family and your loved ones. You're working hard. Whether you're in this champion drive or not, that's not the important part of this project here. It's getting out here, exhibiting your livestock, having fun, enjoy those memories that you get to spend. And the biggest thing I'll tell you is when you get out of here, whether you're first or last, there's a whole pile of people behind you that allowed you to stand in here. Make sure you go over to them, give them a big hug, tell them thank you. I promise that means the world to them every single time, whether it's a breeder, an FFA advisor, a club leader, your parents, grandparents, whoever it is here, all your show coordinators that allow this to happen. I promise you, those thank yous don't go unrecognized. That's right there that I can tell you will go a long ways, because when this thing's all said and done and you go and apply for scholarships, or you're applying for college or jobs one day, I promise when I see on the resume here that you showed and maybe had grand champion at this Alachua County Fair, I say that's cool. And you know what I do? I call the show, I call the 4-H, tell me what kind of person this is. And they don't like say, well, they show good livestock, but they're this or that. But the ones we're going to hire, the ones that are going to go places in life, those are the ones that go above and beyond. They do the little extras here. Guys, I may have hit my hat already. I think there's one in here that's a tremendously good prospect. I think this one hits me just as good as anyone can. Help me congratulate the exhibitor right here, my grand champion. Great job.
Congratulations to our grand champion breeding goat, Autumn Cook.
I joked a little bit with the exhibitors here, having fun with them, and one of the things nice about maybe a show that doesn't have, 500, you can have a couple conversations with the exhibitors there, and it makes life a lot more enjoyable here. I think it's been a tremendously good show out here. I think that one that's the older doe is tremendously good. I think this one over here brings a ton of quality in terms of being fresh and youthful, ready to go out there and work. Looks like one that's in their working clothes but still has a bright future there in terms of generating. But for this show judge, it comes down to the pair over here, the prospect and this one here that was second, that dropped in. They're happen to be shown by the same exhibitor. I asked him if this one's his favorite over here, or is this one his favorite, or the second, and over here he goes, this one's definitely my favorite. And he said it wasn't close. Guess what? I agree. You're my reserve champion. Congratulations. Y'all here? We're going to do a top 5 here. For those of you around ringside, we're going to select a top 5. We may not have banners for them, but they are for points and for bragging rights as well. And I can tell you, 3rd, 4th, and 5th places, we placed a lot of livestock. they're some of the hardest fought ones here. I enjoy my champions and reserves plenty, but sometimes when you snag that piece of the top 5, it means a lot here. We're going to bring in the 3rd out of that particular class. We're waiting for that one to come back. That way we can get a true top 5 out here. So we're going to bring that 3rd in here, and I'll go ahead and shake the hand of your 3rd overall when it comes back in.
For our breeding goats, 5th place went to Adeline Ruiz out of Class 2. 4th place went to Judson Buki out of Class 3. 3rd place went to Austin Davila out of Class 1. Our reserve grand champion breeding goat was Austin Davila, and our grand champion breeding goat was exhibited by Autumn Cook. Congratulations to those exhibitors. Now we will move into market classes. So we are expecting in the ring, Class 1, Judson Buki, Mia Marin, and Taylor Hood for market goats. I want to give a big thank you to our Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show ambassadors that are helping with our show today. We have Savannah Eckert, who is a senior at Santa Fe High School, and Savannah Johnson, who is a junior at Santa Fe High School, that are helping out in the ring this afternoon. So thank you to those ladies for their help. If you get a chance today, you should ask our judge about his brand new grill. 2 weeks ago, he purchased a life-size Brahman cattle-shaped grill. It is a showpiece for sure. If you are hosting an event and you need a life-size Brahman-shaped grill, Mr. Kyle Mendez is your man. Our market exhibitors will have the opportunity to sell their animals on Tuesday. So if you are a business owner or philanthropist and you are interested in contributing to their expenses throughout the year as they invest in their businesses and their livestock production, I would encourage you to visit with these exhibitors or come back on Tuesday to participate in the sale.
Yes, the rumors are true. I purchased a large Brahman grill because it's awesome, and also I'm a sucker for charity. So if you're a fundraiser, I'm the right guy to hit up. Just ask anyone selling Girl Scout cookies. That being said here, we drop back into the show here and we get to the market side and change things up just a nickel here, but at the same time, quality's gonna rise. There's one that's fresh, there's one that handles appropriately, balances here. It becomes very logical to me. The exhibitor here in the green jacket is gonna win this class and does so very well. Help to congratulate that exhibitor. The one in second is tremendously good as well. Longer neck than that class. Its hip structure as well. I like this one in terms of just its look from the side. This one's too green in terms of its condition today or finish. Just a nickel more hydrated over its rack and loin. If we do that, I think it could push on our class winner, but a very good second place one nonetheless. We're going to round out here. The multicolored one is one that I love in terms of its look from the side. It's got a stout, mean look to it here. That one's just not quite as fresh over its rack and loin. It just needs more overall thickness and muscle. It's weak in terms of what my hand hits. I feel too much spine as I handle it down its top. If I could change that, we could move it up a spot or two, because its general silhouette and look. Please congratulate all three of these exhibitors on a very nice class to get our Market Goat Show started.
Congratulations to our Class 1 Market Goat exhibitors. Third place, Taylor Hood. Second place, Judson Butkey. And first place, Mia Marin. Next up in Class 2, we have Austin Davila, Haddon Butkey, Danielle Butts, and Adley Butkey. These are market goats weighing between 176 and 180 pounds. No, just kidding, that's their tag numbers. I know, they'll never ask me back. Okay, they weigh between, all of our goats weigh between 79 and 136 pounds.
We get here into our next class, and a tremendously good one to lead off here. There's one that's stout, powerfully constructed, looks like an absolute show weather there. I like that one a good bit in terms of just its muscle pattern, the way it's laid on there. I think a tremendously good one. Look forward to see where that one stacks up in our champion drive here in a minute. If you would, give that exhibitor a big round of applause. The decision here comes second through 4 here, but I quite logically come to the predominantly red one here next, because that's the next one that's a fresh, full one there. I'll be the first to admit that one's carrying plenty of condition and finish for me there. I'd like to freshen that one up in terms of its top shape there, but at the same time, that's the next best one in terms of market fundamentals and meat animal shape there. My decision here between 3 and 4, I think it's particularly close. There's one that balances a little better that's going to be in 4th. The one that's going to be in 3, though, ultimately just has the true top shape and muscle to it and thickness, especially when you study it down to its lower leg there. Please congratulate all 4 of those exhibitors. Very nice class as we continue to work through the market goat show.
Market Goat exhibitors. Congratulations to 4th place, Danielle Butts, 3rd place, Haddon Buki, 2nd place, Adley Buki, and 1st place, Austin Davila. Now we will have our Grand Champion Market Goat drive. After this, we will move into Bred and Owned. In the ring now, 1st and 2nd place from both of our market classes, Mia Marin and Judson Buki from Class 1, as well as Austin Davila and Adley Buki from Class 2.
We get out here for our champion drive, and only 2 classes, but I couldn't be more pleased with the quality that we have out here in terms of our class winners. I think they're both tremendously good. But for me, in this show judge particular here, this will be the last grand drive speech I guess I have the chance to give here. And I just tell you, make sure, if you would here, put a round of applause for your show coordinators and everyone that put this show on here for you. One thing I notice here is I think we might have as many volunteers here as we have exhibitors in the ring, and I think that speaks to you guys' sense of community and wanting these kids to have an awesome show. So my hat's off to you in terms of that here. Doing nice getting back here into the livestock and breaking down. I think there's one that has a stouter look, and I think there's one that reads with your more true meat animal shape. It handles more impressively. It's fuller, especially over its loin. There's one that's just fresher. I feel better about it here, and I think it's a logical place to go. Here will be my champion. Congratulations. We drop in here for reserve, and I think it becomes just as logical here. I'm going to use the other class winner here. You're going to be my reserve champion. Congratulations. Leave them still out here. We got to pick a top 5 here. We go out here, and my selection gets particularly close, I guess, between the pair. But again, there's one that just handles fresher and more correctly. That's the exhibitor over here. You're going to be my 3rd overall. Congratulations. We'll wait just a second and bring in the 3rd here for consideration for 5th out. as that one drops in and sits set up here. I always mention the top fives are one of the things I really appreciate, and it's all right. I can study it right there. I know where they're at here now. But I think it's always tremendously hard. You want to make sure you get them right here, so we'll give just a second. Very confident, though. This will be my 4th overall. Congratulate that exhibitor there. Does an awesome job here. I'll take one more look at these and shake the hand of your 5th overall here.
Our Market Goat top 5. We want to recognize these exhibitors for a job well done. 5th place, Haddon Buki. 4th place, Adley Buki. 3rd place, Judson Buki. 2nd place, Austin Davila. And 1st place, Grand Market Goat for the 2026 Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show, Mia Marin. Now we are ready for bred and owned. We will have 2 classes of bred and owned goats this year. Our first class will be Austin Davila, Mia Marin, and Mia Marin's goat exhibited by Lorelei Shindowich. I want to recognize our photographer. You'll want to follow Photos by Bree on Facebook or Instagram to learn where you can download photos from the Market Goat Show today and the other events throughout the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. I mistakenly said that was going to be the last time. I forgot about our bred and owned division here, and I think it's, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this is one of my favorite things to judge. It's my favorite thing to participate in here. This class may look like deja vu, because it is. We've seen these 3 in a class before here. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you that they can't change places sometimes, but when the best ones are the best ones, I think you keep them in the same order there. The red one's going to lead off because it's got the feminine, good, balanced look here. I asked the exhibitor if she wanted, because she owns both of them, she wants to flip-flop so they don't get their feelings hurt. Unfortunately, I still favor this one over this one here, so you agree? She agrees. That one's going to be second here. The exhibitor here is going to have third with the other sister there. If you would, give all 3 of these a big round of applause as we keep going through the show. Congratulations to our Class 1 bred and owned winners. 3rd place, Mia Marin. 2nd place, Mia Marin. And 1st place, Austin Davila. 2 will be Judson Buki, Adley Buki, and Judson Buki, exhibited by Haddon Buki. A little family rivalry for Class 2. After this, we will be doing a top 5 bred and owned, so I would invite all of our bred and owned exhibitors to come to the ring for that. So you 3 will stay here, and we'll have our younger bred and owned exhibitors join you.
We get here in our decision, and this is where I think things can change, because you get one out here, and particularly this settles down now, and I think calms down. It was really wanting to tuck and roll and kind of not present itself very well in the drive earlier, and that was a very competitive class, and it gave itself probably a poorer look than it looks like right now. Right now it looks everything, it's kind of fitting, blending, and balancing more appropriately, and I think it becomes a tougher decision here, particularly between the 2 exhibitors over here. I was joking with the exhibitors, whoever got last in the class had to do more chores, and the exhibitor said, I hope not. He thought he was going to be 3rd. Well, unfortunately, I agree with you. I got you 3rd here today. The decision comes between the pair of them over here. I think this one, now that it's down, really able to show off that it's really an elegant one that kind of fits together. Everything blends and fits together appropriately. You have one that I mentioned earlier in the show, just so feminine, good looking from the side, still has enough muscle width and power there, longer about its rump structure in terms of that. I like its silhouette better still. You're going to be my 1st, you'll be 2nd, 3rd will be over here. Please congratulate the family here on a very nice trio in the bred and owned division.
Class 2, bred and owned. 3rd place, 1st place, Judson Butkey, and 2nd place, Adley Butkey. Congratulations to these exhibitors. We will be doing a top 5 bred and owned as we have our other 3 bred to the ring. Please join me in a round of applause to all of our breeding and market goat exhibitors today.
We get out here for our selection of our champion bred and owned, and this is something that's near and dear to my heart, because I think the bred and owned division really representing the future. They want to be involved in raising livestock and feeding the world and doing all this stuff and helping youth. I think it's tremendous. That being said, we've seen these before. I think the quality is tremendously deep. If you would, give your round of applause to the exhibitors and the show coordinator if you're still with us. It's very easy for me here. Go shake them in order here. You're going to be my champion right here. Congratulations. Reserve champion's going to go ahead and be right here. 3rd, we're going to follow here. This is where the decision gets just a nickel closer for me, and you want to break them down and pick them any which way that you desire here. I think you can flop them around here. For me, the 4th best one is the exhibitor right here, and our 5th best one's right here. Congratulate those exhibitors on an awesome set of bred and owns here. Great job.
I hope Kyle is ready to take some photos. We will have backdrop photos for any breeding and market goat exhibitors that wish to do so. Smile pretty. Our results from bred and owned: 5th place, Mia Marin. 4th place, Judson Butkey, exhibited by Haddon Butkey. 3rd place, Adley Butkey. Reserve, Judson Butkey. And our grand champion bred and owned goat today was Austin Davila. Congratulations to those exhibitors, and thank you for those of us who joined us on this very warm March afternoon.
That's all for this afternoon's live stream of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. A recording of this afternoon's show will be posted on the fair website, ACYFLS.com, and on the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show YouTube channel. Be sure to join us again this evening for our steer shows and beef showmanship. Our live stream begins at 6 p.m. But for now, how about heading over to our website and buy your tickets for the big giveaway? Your choice of a 12-foot Delta stock trailer or a Star EV golf cart. If you win, you don't get both. You have to choose one or the other, but what a great choice that would be. These items have been generously donated by our friends over at Texas Trailers. Tickets are $20 each, and all proceeds go to the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. To see rules or purchase your tickets, go to ACYFLS.com. Thanks for watching this afternoon's events. We'll see you again at 6 p.m.